Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
You can't bring me receipts if I got the cash register.
And I'm trying to find out, when did cash registers start printing out receipts on notebook paper?
Major deduction.
Child, before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of this tea. Now let's get back into it. Now, Pastor Jamal Bryant has been in the headlines lately, and it hasn't been for necessarily spreading the word of God. Word on the street is that Jamal Bryant has been laying it low and spreading it wide.
You know that you lay it low and spread it wide.
But before we get into that, your girl Chronicles always likes to take you to the beginning. Now, if you're an avid watcher of the Housewives of Potomac, you'll know that Jamal Bryant and Giselle Bryant have been divorced for roughly 12 years or so, right? Well, rumors started circulating in the summer of 2019 when the two were seen together front row and center of the Dave Chappelle Netflix comedy special called Sticks and Stones. Now, shortly after, Giselle confirmed that the two were dating, but a lot of people, including myself, thought that this was all for a storyline. They didn't even really connect in pictures. Something just felt off about the whole thing. So after hearing all of this, the two ran with it and started playing on these jokes that were being made about them. They started wearing shirts trying to laugh off these rumors, but in all actuality, there may be some truth to it, because I talked to Tanya last year, and she was the woman who, I will say allegedly, because I wasn't there, but sis provided me a lot of receipts and her own binders, child, last year with plane tickets, text messages, and more. So Tanya was allegedly the woman that Jamal was dating on and off for 8 years, and dating at the time when he and Giselle came back on the scene with the gangsta lean, saying that they were back together. Now, I watched this entire season knowing that this relationship was a fraud, and I said nothing. Why? Because Tanya was going to be ready to talk when Tanya was ready to talk. Now, I did leave you guys a clue a few months ago, and I told you this. Exposed Monique in front of everyone, and there was a plot to do so, and that lady was Miss Giselle. And Miss Giselle, let me just tell you this, honey, I know some information about you personally. You might want to keep your mouth shut. Well, child, all mouths dropped, including my very own, when Monique Samuels came to the reunion prepared with a binder and released all the information on Jamal and Giselle's alleged fake relationship, as well as how Jamal had still been seeing Tanya while still having this fake relationship with Giselle.
She's a pastor, and she reached out to me a long time ago. She sent a bunch of screenshots, pictures of him in her bed and everything else. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going there. I don't play dirty. But since Giselle likes to play dirty, rumors, right? I'll go ahead and return since I'm here right now. But he's definitely been talking to another woman, and it's clear conversations. And if you'd like to see him, I got him in my little receipt book right here. He's always asking about her schedule. He's sending screenshots to her whenever he's doing his little church tours.
How do you know those texts are real?
You want me to call out his phone number? I'm sure she knows what his phone number is. 410 Jamal Bryant.
So, of course, I immediately go back to my email like, oh my God, what did Tanya send me? This particular text message says, hey you, for me, it's not a good idea to travel to the A if you're working on putting your family back together again. If you're not, then I'll have no problem coming. If 1, I'll have a refund put back on your card. If 2, then I'll reschedule. Jamal responds saying, what are you talking about? You can refund it. That's probably the most prudent. Responds saying, what am I talking about? And then she gives him a clip from BravoTV.com where Giselle admits that her and Jamal are back together again. He responds saying, rumors. Tanya says, did you watch the video? Jamal responds by saying no. She says, content may be rumors, but the video though, we are not officially back together. He says it's reality TV. It's not real. Like I said, don't worry about it. I'm headed into church. Take care. She says, I'm not worried about it. I feel people should be free to pursue who they want without outside interruptions. Therefore, I ask questions.
It's not real. It's reality TV.
It's
Did you want to see? Your pastor boyfriend is slinging his big D all around his congregation, even in Atlanta as we speak, and you know it, Pastor Holy Whore.
Ooh.
Well, Pastor Jamal Bryant did not like what was said. He came after Monique, calling her claims to be lies while having his own binder. He went after Monique's husband, Chris, claiming that Chris had CTE, and he also went after Tanya, saying that it didn't work out. She wanted a job with New Birth, which she told me was not true. He touched on everything but the fact at hand, and that one point that we all want to know is if you faked this relationship with your ex-wife for reality TV, because you was definitely still dealing with Tanya in some capacity that Giselle would obviously not be okay with if you two were really together. Child, and on top of all of that, Pastor Disaster comes into the church house threatening people. He says,
Monique, you all have my phone number as you expressed on the show, but I had you all's address, and because of grace, I didn't respond to that. I live in Atlanta, but I'm from Baltimore.
And let me just say this, something that really gets my goat is when people want to tell you where they're from as if that makes you gangster. Didn't you get ran out of Baltimore before?
And they with our oppressors. Wow. What you mean, how with Roland Blake and all them, man? You trying to kill us, man.
Where were you for
That's you are, man. Well, we telling you are. The streets feel like you killing us, man. All right. I won't come on. No, we don't want your city now. They out the whole city. Is it that easy? That we can really get you out of here? No, sir. Well, check this out, man. Don't come nowhere down here no more. Wherever PFK boom at, don't come. I know you can tell your henchmen. I know you, yo, Tinidi and all them. I know you before I seen right now, all that. Get the henchmen. Don't come down here no more.
Well, that kind of escalated quickly now, didn't it? And speaking of quick escalations, Jamal has sent Monique a cease and desist letter accusing Monique of spreading malicious, inaccurate, and unfounded information that defames him, as well as Monique dropping his number. It puts him in danger.
410.
Now, first and foremost, Bravo blurred out her mouth so we couldn't read her words, as well as they bleeped out the phone number so we couldn't hear it. Secondly, you're from B-More. I know you ain't scared, are you? Child, Monique's lawyers came back with a letter saying they're not backing down because Monique has irrefutable proof of Jamal's egregious sexual conduct with a woman he's been seeing for the past 8 years, as well as others. Now, Monique's husband, Chris, also sent Jamal a cease and desist letter claiming Jamal is spreading lies and disparaging remarks. Chris wants Jamal to remove his social media posts in which he talks about him and issue a public apology. Jamal and his team has yet to respond, and I don't even know if they will, but I can say this. It just goes to show that you cannot play with people's hearts, and a lot of times these men that are in power do not know the power that they hold, and you start playing along with people's hearts, it's going to get someone hurt, and it could get you hurt. So stop doing it. Tell the truth, keep it real, and that's all I gotta say. But what I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on with the Housewives of Potomac, Giselle and Jamal, Chris and Monique? Like, what do you think about everything that's going on? And you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Now, before I end this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey. And Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey. And use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new episodes.